Hello and welcome to City Cruise Live. Today we're going to continue with Danganronpa as we get very close to the end of it. I kind of want to... I'm not streaming at my usual time for Danganronpa, so probably no one's going to watch. But I kind of just want to get through this story because it's so long just to get to the simplest things. And Nico, whatever his username was, said that the last trial will be very long, so I don't want to extend this more than I should. Hopefully I finish this game tomorrow, so this will be just leading up to that. So, because we still got quite a lot of investigating to do. Alright, we have to do something here, I'm pretty sure. Either talk to her or something. Hey Kyoko? I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whatever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency handbook. How did Kyoko not think of that?
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to this area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers, and if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? I don't know. Hey! Welcome. I'm trying to finish this story so we can get on to the next one, which will be more interesting to me. Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean... I don't know why I'm being so dramatic right now. I guess it's just that time of the day. That video is real too? Video.
Makoto,
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. You sneezed and turned down your volume? Why? Why'd you turn down the volume? Okay. What are you talking about? I need to investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my two own eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem to be that it's my locker. When you buffer, you suffer. Hey, Drakal. I don't know why you buffer. No one else, or barely anyone else, says they have problems. The only thing I can do is increase my bitrate. But that would mean that I have more possibility of crashing. So I don't want to even try. So yeah, I don't know. Your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll make all sense. A DVD. And it says Class 78, Urgent Interviews.
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. Oh. You got some bad Wi-Fi then. Yeah, he does. I think you'll realize exactly what I mean. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever been before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means that there's some important clue on this DVD. Alright. Right.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble.
In other words,
So as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind. Does the
However-
mastermind kill her dad? Why would they kill her dad? Or like, why? I don't know. But I thought it was the dad, or like the headmaster that thought of this whole like keeping the children in this high school. Like the mastermind probably added the killing game, but I'm pretty sure the headmaster thought about keeping us here safe and sound and stuff. But there is one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said, "Ha ha." But her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So, that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. You're right.
Hey,
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncovered is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not! Because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Alright. You should be like a long-distance runner or something. Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then,
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. Got that DVD, so let's check that out. I don't care. Just let's check that out. I'm guessing we're pretty close to the class trial. If we are, we might go into that. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but maybe we'll finish the whole thing today. That would be nice. Alright, let's see what this DVD has in store for us. We should be able to play the DVD just fine. Well then, I better go take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds. But to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka! It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. I think it's just been like a week. Maybe 2 weeks. That's not that long. Come on, Makoto. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. And there she was.
Okay then. Are you ready to begin?
I'm guessing that's the headmaster, right? The voice I heard was the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of the middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point.
Why isn't she talking?
There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? My female voice is perfect. Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? Except... What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy,
Yeah, okay.
I give you my word.
Headmaster found out. But, like, yeah, see? Why did the headmaster? Unless... Did Monokuma also take control of the headmaster for, like, something? And then, like... Or manipulate him to, making them say that they will stay here? As of on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood until now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dream with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. That's him. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
That was a creepy yes. Yes. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other, and he and I were having a conversation that seemed fairly normal. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk with him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Oh, I know, Ichi.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Wait, I just need tissue. Okay. Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Nina. But this... So... It must be the headmaster's choice to do this. And Makoto said, given the situation, there wasn't much choice. Which has to mean that they all know, or they all knew, what was going on. And they wanted to stay in here and do that, and be protected. But whoever is the Monokuma decided to kill people and then turn it into a game for some reason. It's kind of confusing, but that's all I can get from it. Everyone. They all said that they'd agree to live in this school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. Oh, I thought she'd have something different. She accepted a life within the school. She accepted as Kyoko's interview, just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up. The monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsies! Looks like it broke! Out of service! Oh, Monokuma. What are you hiding? What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad!
Now, then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure, my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. I would be interested to know what was on the next part of that. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. You'd ask them questions and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let a huge, exasperated sigh. But as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
My memory was gone. I couldn't remember why to come to school, and I couldn't remember what else.
Hey,
Too convenient. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? Yes, Makoto. Yes. What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or what? Oh, is that it? I guess we're going into the trial. I didn't think it was going to be this quick. Alright.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black,
What?
there is no storm that won't eventually end.
Except on, Neptune, right? One of them. I think there's a storm that's never ended.
Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning.
I guess this is priming you for the second game.
Anyway, let's get started.
I don't even know how the second game links to this one.
The beginning
I guess I'll
of
find
the
out
end
tomorrow.
Of a class trial.
Because we'll probably finish this class trial in this, episode.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Now tell me, because I'm dumb, and I just don't want you to kill us. Class trial is gonna show off. The final class trial. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Thank you, game, for making it very obvious that it's the end of the game. Maybe it's not the end though. That would definitely be a thing that they would do. But I think it is the actual end. I guess I'm the first
Makoto.
one this time. You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... 1... Byakla. 2, 3... Where's Tucker? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? silence, and it wasn't any normal silence. It was a deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first-class trial. Hey.
You called for me and so I appear! I'm on fire!
Strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what the master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Unless she changes. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, climaxium sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean? This time? Stop with the slander. I'm a bear, in good standing, you know?
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than Dendy Hope. Dendy Hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
That sounds creepy. So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my
This will be
family.
over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Do they think I'm the mastermind or something? They're all paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us about it all soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so,
Ready to win? Right, of course. Glad to hear you say that. Alright. This will be our final time in Hope's Peak Academy with this lot, I guess. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Yes, we went deeper into the elevator. We get it. Why do they have a different room every time? What? This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Yoo-hoo!
It's a awaited last stage. The always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin! Save. Okay, let's see what clues we have. So we have the file of explosion. Well, this is the checks. That I'm pretty sure we checked all of them. Monokuma room, which we didn't check the thing at the bottom, but anyway, we wouldn't have been able to open it. The bio laptop. Makuro. The hidden room present. There's so much things. That seems so... well, there's not too much, but like... it seems like so all over the place in like clues. We'll see what happens. Don't think I have any skills I can use. No, just keep with those. Let's go. All rise.
Since this will be
This
the
will be interesting,
final
though.
class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school,
You're free.
you guys win.
Alright.
But if you can't,
You all lose.
then I win. And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment.
To be fair, I'd be interested in seeing what his final punishment for 5 or what, 6 people? 6 people. Killing them all at once. That'd be, I don't know, that's a messed up thought. But it'd be interesting.
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
What?
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hey, Hero, you asked a good question.
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
It's not more than one, technically.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you?
Well, okay.
You're all out to get me!
You had a good question, and you ruined it.
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Okay. Mastermind, just kill Kiro. I really don't care at this point. Group photo, places a check. Headmaster's ebook. Why would places a check be a thing? Anyway.
You
Let's see what
guys
we're
have
doing.
all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the 3 of us each have that kind of evidence?
I feel set it up so we were 6 photos. No, I think it's the
You
group
guys have all
photo.
been working together, haven't you?
It's the group photo. He must have forged them or
You're all out to get me.
photoshopped each
What a
person out
coincidence.
of each
Evidence that
other's.
proves everyone other than me has been.
I don't know if the game's too loud.
Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the 3 of us each have that kind of evidence?
No, that's wrong.
Wait a second. Can I pause, please? I'm gonna just turn down the volume.
It's not just you.
Okay, I'm gonna turn down the volume. I don't know if it's always been like this, but it seems like louder. Maybe it's just my headphone settings. But I think saying a bit louder. Okay. Maybe it's because it's getting so intense. Anyway, I want to talk over them because they're talking too much right now.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
So this is a picture that he forged? Because I thought he didn't forge any of the pictures.
With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. 'Cause in my picture,
Oh, okay, they had different photos.
I'm the only one not in it.
That makes sense. Okay, that's Fumi. He's like a cannonball. And Sakura's like... I'm guessing Sakura is lapping them. Is that Kyoko sitting down? She looks nice. And there's Mukuro, shadily sitting back. These are kind of cool pictures because you only seen them wearing these same clothing and then only in the same locations. But you get to see them in different areas and doing different things and stuff. It's kind of cool. I figured as much. In which case,
Hiro, You have a picture too, right? Let's...
Okay, but be careful with it.
It's
Pretty
pretty
important
important.
evidence.
Of course it is, Hero. We'll be very careful with it. This one too, just like I thought. Toko's like transformed in there. I didn't think she would transform while in school. But okay. Why is Junko like, you never see a face? Always her face is turned away. Is Sakura grabbing a Fumi's like hair? Why?
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other.
I wonder what photos Byakuya and Kyoko would have gotten. I know that, I'm pretty sure at least Kyoko didn't get one.
The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Maybe that you just gave forged pictures? Each photo has a certain something in common, with a connection regarding what person isn't in the group photos. And that person is the ones who's got the photo. Toko.
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
Yeah, Junko's face is hidden in every one. Why is that?
In the picture Hina got,
Even there.
she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Yeah, show me. I want to see it. Oh, nice. A Sakura. Wait, why would there be a fish in the
other words,
pool?
Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But
You know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's picture. What is it? What's sticking at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Unusual about these group photos. Is it Junko? Wait, is Junko here? Oh, her face is covered by the splash. Very curious. Look at Hifumi. He's messing up in like every photo. Although, who took this photo? Because usually he would take it. And Kyoko's got gloves on even at the pool, which would be weird. Unless she's just not swimming. And Makuro does not seem to be wearing a top in the in the pool, unless it's one of those ones that girls wear without the straps. But okay, why is Toko and what's the name? She like changed the name, so I forget. But they're just standing in the back, not even caring. Penis picture. Like, if you were to choose someone that's a mastermind, the French girl, I completely forget her name, I don't know why. But she's like just in the background wearing her clothes all the time. Yeah, there again. She's always looking away as well. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something. Alright.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
Okay, something that confused me. There's like so many things that confuse me in this game, but if Monokuma or the Mastermind is a student of the school, why was their memory not erased? Or I guess it could just be that they erased everyone else's memory. Who would have that kind of power? Or like, even know how, or whatever.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
No, it's not, Makoto. Tell them. Tell them it's not fake.
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember the picture is necessarily because it's fake. Might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Oh, is it amnesia? I don't know how to spell amnesia. Amnesia. S. Hey. Yay, I spelled amnesia.
Now I understand!
Look at me go.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Wow, hero being condescending. Never thought I would have heard it.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, that's the absolute truth. They have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. The only way I can think of is the DVD. Yes, interview DVD. Oh, that's a lot. I think it's the DVD.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost our memories...
Is totally stupid, obviously!
You're saying we all... Since when did this turn into...
I promise you, ever since I
remember everything
No, you don't.
that's happened.
No, that's wrong! Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
I'm sure you would like that, Toko. Oh well, I guess she doesn't exactly. It's her alter ego that does.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
That means everyone.
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
Living, breathing? Is amnesia a living, breathing
To be
thing?
honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually,
Well, that's what you think.
we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
Monica, we're just coming in with facts.
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
Why would they reveal stuff like this though? Like, don't they want to win?
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone
Yeah.
just steal our memories?
How do you steal memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right
It
now.
matters to me!
If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
They said we. We means multiple.
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Which is...
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does.
Is that the one with the videotapes where they show everyone dead?
But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
The one who is the true mastermind. That's what we need to expose. Okay. Hero. I don't know which one's gonna be the thing.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Okay, I guess we're using this.
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably 1,000,000 miles away.
Nah.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or
Yes.
something?
Why would I say something without evidence?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time.
You know, for the mastermind, like opening up the floor where you are living on, that's pretty dangerous for them. I would not do that if I was controlling a school or whatever. Even though locking the door, like still, it's not great.
So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
16 students, yes, you keep repeating this, I know. But the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be the 16th, be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me!
I blame Makoto!
Oh wow.
What? Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it!
But you've
The
all
only way he
survived.
could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm
Okay,
down.
Monokuma's pretty good in
There's
this
no
last
reason
part.
to panic.
Yep.
The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
The actual cause of death must have been... What was stabbed? No.
Shoot!
Wow, okay. The other wounds.
I got it!
The other wounds equal
All
stab
of the
wound.
wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense.
That makes perfect sense.
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
You're wrong.
She denied me before I could even say anything.
Kinda like Toko.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
Oh. If you're so sure you're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Makuro's profile, I think.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimesy. You made me go
Coco's
all
the best.
cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
I think using Makuro's file.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Oh no.
Shoot!
Were they the ultimate soldiers though?
Mukuro was. She must have been. So, when
Obviously, she got all the.
Are you finished?
you didn't deny me. You made.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about
Okay,
it.
so what did Makoto say? No, these wounds didn't come from the battlefield. One look at what was written about her and that should become clear. Okay.
Mukuro was. She must have been. So, obviously.
She got all those.
No, that's wrong. No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Does everything have to be ultimate in this game? But would the mastermind kill her then? What kind of wounds are all over her body? Lots of cuts. Alright.
But if that's
That'd
what
be a
killed
horrible
her,
way to go.
then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Ah, so it couldn't be then.
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days,
So it is someone else.
certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
Didn't she the one who attacked me? Can't think of anyone else. It has to be the mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing
So the
at?
mastermind wanted to kill me off. Like, to make sure I wouldn't solve any of the mysteries.
Oh, don't mind me.
But Kyoko
I'm
saved
just
me.
getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
Alright, jump in.
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
That's what you think. Wow.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Because they were dead already. Even though I didn't see their face. And they don't have the tattoo! Wearing the mask attacker. Should be obvious. They didn't have the tattoo. Okay, only the Monokuma file.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot?
What?
Or could it be the hips?
Oh yeah, it's the hips. No, it's the right hand, definitely.
You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh? Is it the right or the left?
Maybe the right foot.
Oh, what? Maybe I have to use that as against it. Oh yeah, didn't Nico say?
Shoot!
Whenever it's a Monokuma file, it's most likely
You
that I
never
have to use
saw
something
it,
else.
so you can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh? Is it the.
Or the left
Now I'm understanding
hand?
this like mechanic more.
Maybe the right foot.
So they plant
Or
seeds.
perhaps the
Or
For you
could
to choose
it
from.
be the hip?
I want it to be
You
the
never
hips.
saw their face, right? So you can't have any.
I'm
Telling you now, it was.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me.
Oh.
I guess it wasn't her.
We're getting him, shim.
But that still
Whoever it
doesn't
is.
prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah, we were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you.
Kyoko?
But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
No.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
Oh, if you're gonna show
What
her
do you think?
hands.
I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
If anyone could say anything. I want to see her hands. What's wrong with her hands? Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let her gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
Well, it's for the case, and we would die, Makoto, if she didn't show us these things.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on. I kind of wanted to see a better look at it, but
My
understandable.
scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Nope.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
So mean.
Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
I thought he said he was gonna say, I do hope it hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because
Right.
if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
But that could still be like 2 weeks.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Oh, little snappy comebacks.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
She could be stored in the thing.
To hide a body here. To just store it somewhere?
Only one place. The biolab. The kitchen. Ugh.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
But this still doesn't answer when they were killed, because now it could be any time in the whole game.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
What's the proof? Oh, yeah, the top. Right.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess!
Oh, Monokuma is sweating.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved!
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous.
Because no one could have entered the biolab until after.
Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
In the biolab? Wait, what?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
La la la, I can't hear you, la 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 la!
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking
Hey,
about...
by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
Don't bring my family into this.
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
His sister kind of looks like Sayaka, just with different hair. just gonna point that out.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
But he's just trying to throw us off.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. Calm your phone. Shows consistency. Yep. Yeah, what are we doing? The moment of truth. Oh, this thing.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want?
Ah, dang it. Wait, what?
Are you
Why?
sure
Oh,
about
I forgot about that.
That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure
Oh, it's going
about
faster?
this?
Oh, dang.
That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh, dang.
What? What do you want?
Oh, what? How fast is it gonna go?
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh, dang. I'm not even looking at the, like, health or
Are
anything.
you sure about this?
Oh, final straight. Yes!
I'm not listening!
Oh, what? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, what? I didn't think I had to... We haven't really had to change bullets for a bit.
I refuse to give up yet.
I was doing fine on that. You just... The last thing messed me up.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh. The tempo gets real fast.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
So that double bullet
Are you
skill point
sure about
is
this?
so helpful.
That's impossible!
Okay, now I have to choose the right
I'm
thing.
not listening!
Was that right? No? What do I have to do? Oh, okay.
What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
Okay. I don't know how the biolab lights are useful.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about
Oh,
is...
the lights on the actual
lights.
morgue things. Oh, well, you didn't specify.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
It should be 10.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Of course, you have to for Mukuro. 10 lights.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Incredibly suspicious.
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right, the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Lin was third. Having a little flashback. Like, that would be pretty suspicious since 2 people died. Celeste was 8. Ah, Celeste was a name, that's it.
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and
No.
disappeared?
Hero!
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body.